Hello world, this is Zan, coming back to TLC Endworld as MA Archicephaly. Is going to be turn number 43. Now, uh, I stopped recording live for a bit as work and life in general picked up again. So I'm actually going to be recording this turn live and then maybe not tonight or maybe tonight, I don't know, going back and recording, I think, turns 35 till now? I can't remember. But either way, if I haven't already apologized in the previous videos that have yet to be recorded, I do want to apologize again for losing track of live recordings. They're not always that easy to do. Sometimes I just want, or I just have like the mental bandwidth to go in and do the turns quickly and get out and sleep. And sleep or go do things that are not dominions for a while. So let's hop right into it. I started casting Corpsemen because the mentors were asking me about it really on why I wasn't doing it. And when I have a little bit more time, I do want to check the math because Corpseman, you're gonna turn one air gem into. Let me just do it now. You'll be after a significant investment in items. You're gonna be turning one air gem into I think 12 C strength, and Draconians was 17 air gems into what do you get? 15 dudes. So you're gonna turn 17 into 90, and you're gonna 6 per turn after that, forever for free. So there's some breakpoint, I think, where Draconians uses that less air gems overall compared to making Corpsemen, and produces a unit that actually does something. So I think I'm going to start making some Corpsemen now, but I don't know if I'm going to do that forever. And I do want to highlight something important about that breakpoint that exists somewhere in the future. There is no way that breakpoint exists in a reasonable time frame, or I guess it'll be a 13 turn difference of a time frame in vanilla, because this is all because Draconians were in this TTT mod were brought down to 17 air gems. So it's not something really to consider in vanilla. It's more on doing it here in this mod. And I really am leaning toward the Draconians just because, uh, like, I haven't recorded it yet, but there was a battle that occurred a few turns ago, um, and I thought the Draconians performed exceptionally well. They were in melee range of a bunch of Malika and a bunch of Saharas, casting Flame Eruption into their face while fighting super heavily armored Nabaeans left on their own pretty much, and they still had a 1-to-1 ratio, like kill to death ratio. So I thought they did pretty darn good, surprisingly good. So I'm really leaning toward how much I've liked using them this game. So that's a whole tangent based on just me seeing cast Corpseman. So sorry about that. So we cast Mine Hunt, and we fail to kill the commander, which sucks. We have cast Stellar Focus with my Eyes of God caster, which means I really should craft him some items to keep him alive. Like if he were to get hit by a stray arrow, that'd be pretty bad. I should probably get on that like now before I forget. So you, craft him an item, please. Craft him a Twist Fate Charm. And we'll figure out what else I need to craft some other time. Or why this chick has boots. Okay, back to messages. So we have a battle, or I guess I twice borned Urvikel. Urvikel being this troll shaman that was a mercenary. The reason I did this is twice borning him makes him mine. He is no longer a mercenary. He can no longer be purchased by somebody else. This is my mage permanently. Nature Death is a neat crosspath for summoning Lamia Queens. I don't think he will be doing that. At the end of the day, he will just be a pretty darn good mage overall, especially once I remove this pesky upkeep of his that is expensive and his retinue of a few Veti. I'm so nice to my mages. But yeah, so it was expensive, but it'll give me a pretty. Ideally, it doesn't give me the human-sized white mage chassis. It gives me something else that is size 3 or size 4. So we'll see what ends up happening there. Anyways, we have a battle in Horde Highlines where it looks like this Sahara with significant amount of thug gear begging to be mine hunted. He does not have Astral, he has MR16. Has Cloud Trapezed onto my raiding army. Fire Shield, clever. And yeah, and he's just going to burn him up. Cool. Before I forget then, let's go set up our Mine Hunter. Ah, perfect. Pergosos finally has been cured of his feeble mind. So he shall Mine Hunt for me. Let me see. So we're going to give him the Spell Focus and the Rune Smasher. Okay, so this should be 3 penetration, 5 penetration. So it should be a check versus 17. And we're going to Mine Hunt this guy. And if that person fails his Mine Hunt check, then there you go. This guy just lost oodles of gear. Great. We failed to find a more water gem sites in Lake Balaton. That sucks, but hey, what can we do? And then we have a bunch of battles. I know the battle in Weedy Stretch, just based on the province name, is huge, so I'm going to watch everything else first. So at Drake's Rest, we have our low commitment squads. I mean, it's low commitment, but hey, it's a mage, a gem, and 5 dudes, like 180. That's unfortunate. The air elemental killed the mage, and if he didn't, these guys, these 8-eyed archers might have. But it confirms that this guy is still here with a bunch of mages, really, really good mages, and I need to wipe them out. Go to Eternal Pastures, and we're going to do the same thing. Except here it looks like I'm doing Spartoy. It's a little bit more expensive at 2 Earth Gems. And once more, the air elemental lands perfectly on the Mystic. BS. But I confirm there's still a lot of, still some good mages stuck back there, and they do still have gems. Okay. And finally, in the Empty Woods, this province looks like it has no mages, so maybe he's condensing his mages to do something. Oh, this guy doesn't have. Okay, this should be fine then. As soon as the slingers stop shooting back there, please. Oh gosh, fire elemental, come on. Behave. There you go. Now we're okay. Phoenix Fire. I don't know, that would have been safe. Cool. So the only fight we win. Great. But hey, I've confirmed there are still, 4 Sahara? So there's 600 gold worth of mages in these provinces, not to mention, the rest of the 8-8 forces. So there's still significant value in me retaking them. I just can't afford the army to do so. Because if one thing I've noticed playing Arcos, you really have to doomstack, whereas Nabok have these mages just go off on their own and do whatever they want because they're that good. We have an unexpected event in Relia Mercs. Another one in Cape Hellas. This was the Cape Hellas is the Throne of Misfortune, so it will forever be bad things happening. Oh, it looks like half the people that left Cape Hellas went to the Crit Vineyard, which is fine. Yeah, dogs against the huge PD dump thanks to events. Okay, cool. And let's go watch the battle at Weedy Stretch. So this is just in case. This is following me hitting a very big research target, which was Will of the Fates, defeating the main Nabaen army, cursing my luck that I didn't cast Storm, and letting the Malakas escape. So here we have a significant amount of Malaka, and I guess whatever forces he was able to bring back up. I've noticed he's shifting away from the archers and more toward the elite soldiers, likely because he's assuming that I'm going to have Arrowfend, which is awesome. or I don't even remember if I cast Arrowfend last fight. Yeah, I do have Arrowfend. So he is switching more toward these 8-eyed elites. The problem with these 8-eyed elites is they're going to be wholly, like this formation, they're not getting any buffs. They're coming in as they are. And this is air elementals. Holy air elementals, Batman. Oh, shit. That's a lot of air elementals. Okay. So what comes in is a lot of air elementals. Up in the front, I have a sort of distraction wall in case he did have archers. And honestly, their whole goal is do what he's been doing to me is shooting my mages and killing them turn one with his archers. I'm going to do that crap right back at him. So these longbowmen and their archers should be able to reach their back line. I've got some undisciplined troops that are going to just run in and get killed. And then over here, I have the dense hoplite formations that I should be known for, supplemented by some Nabaen auxiliaries that have joined my righteous cause. And the dense hoplite formations are actually kind of important because I don't have magic weapons on, the hoplites don't have magic weapons. But if an air elemental lands and displaces, like let's say it displaces these 3 hoplites in the middle here, where my cursor's at, all the hoplites around it, it's a lot of attack density that should be able to break through. The body ethereal and the high defense, it'll harass down the defense in the elemental very fast, and it will likely kill it quickly. I do also have some lamp heads running around in the back. There's not too much that I'm going to be buffing them with, but it's important to note that they do have a magical weapon with a magical damage rider attached to it, which I think it can potentially break through more than one form. I don't know. But they're going to be in the back, and they're going to be on attack closest because I'm assuming all the air elementals are coming back here. And once those air elementals are dealt with, the rest of the battle can go on, which the main spells being cast here again are going to be like Will of the Fates, Fog Warriors. Storm is going to come out a bit later because I want Storm to prevent his Malika from fleeing, but I don't want it to come early and give the air elementals extra stats because the air elementals have storm power. So Storm's coming out on turn 3 or 4 or something, and by then, at least the majority of the air elementals should be dead. I hope. And then right from the get-go, from turn 1, I think most of my astrologers are going to be casting Soul Slay. Just turn 1 because they're all S3. Some of them even have, penetration gear. They're just going to cast Soul Slay. And then one of my astrologers is going to cast Light of the Sky, Light of the Northern Star, making them all S4. And once they're S4, they're going to switch from Soul Slay to Enslaved Mind. So turn 1 Soul Slay, turn 2, 3, 4, 5 Enslaved Mind. Because these 8-ites have only, 12 magic resistance on a regular unit is respectable. So I'll give them that. But they're also fighting magic 1, which brings it to 11. And yeah, if he casts anti-magic, they'll go up to 15. But I mean, again, some of my astrologers have penetration gear, so I should still be hitting overall. All right, finally, let's get to it. Jesus Christ, dude. Look, we hit something. Ha! Oh, he was casting anti-magic. I don't know, did it go off? Okay, he did. He was able to successfully cast anti-magic. Damn it. We still nailed him in the face, and he almost died. We hit someone else over here. Let me see. Did we kill any of his? Karma. Absolute karma for him doing that crap to me. We got a Mukarib and we got a Malika. Good. Do it again. No, now they switch to... I should have had him on target flyers, or fire flyers. That first volley was beautiful. Future fight, I think I'll have him on fire flyers. Okay, let me slow it down a bit. You see down here, these air elementals are they're trampling deep into my hoplite formations, which then results in what I was mentioning of many more hoplites than normal would be hitting them. That was a flaming pillar. Here's a storm power coming down. Fog Warrior's Willow Fate's already up, which is going to make it very difficult for my unit to be killed overall. Fire Elementals, traditional counter to Air Elementals, business. Now the Malak are running forward, bringing out their evocations. I believe I do have Warriors of Niflheim up. So between Warriors of Niflheim, Marble Warriors, I have a lot of protection already. Those Falling Fires aren't doing much. They're doing chip damage, which, once they've chipped me enough, I guess now they're triggering luck. We still got more Air Elementals coming in, but again, as they come deep into my formations, although I don't have magic weapons, just the amount of attacks. Didn't realize I had Lamias. Lucky Lamias wasn't terrifying. Lamias also have magic weapons. Huh. Okay. Coming in, casting. Oh, it looks like he's routing, and now his Malak are actually going to try and run. Oh, there's a bug over here. Yeah, but I guess they are so difficult to hit with their own ethereal that my regular warriors can't get the surround on them to actually kill them, which is unfortunate. Oh, got that thug though. That was the Malika thug. Okay. I need to turn on team's colored squares. Oh, so I enslaved both of these. They're fighting that one. Okay, so they cut off her retreat, which is good. Yeah, and now she's dead. Good. Good. Okay, so very expensive fight gem-wise. Let me double check what I lost. Yeah, nothing in numbers that particularly matter. 32 Cardaces is 320 gold. That's nothing. And heck, I gained more than 320 gold in Adites through Enslaved Mind. Meanwhile, he lost, let's see, 40 elite soldiers. 40 and 30 is what, 1200 gold? No. Right? Yeah, 40 times 30? Yeah, 1200 gold in Adite elite soldiers. 3 Malakas. That's 1,500 almost, including that one that just got shot in the face turn 1. That's beautiful. 2 Mukaribs. Here. Yeah. Not to mention this was expensive for him. That was a lot of air gems. That was a lot of air elementals. Now, I guess the next phase of this whole thing is counting Malakas. I know I killed 3 in the battle in Morai's Grace. And then I killed 3 now this fight. So he's lost 6. He had 14 in there. So he ran out with 11. Or better said, if he has made 17 of them, that is 34 turns of cap recruitment. So I think in Weedy Stretch was every single one of his Malika. Because you can't start building those on turn 1. You really can't. All right, let me pause the video real quick, grab a drink of water, and then I'll come back. This is already going to be a very long video, and I haven't even started scripting. Although most of it really is just refill the gems, pass on this Banner of the Northern Star, refill my gems, and then go from there. Oh shoot, I don't have death gems. Uh-oh, that's a problem. Okay, I'm gonna pause this real quick. All right, came back into the turn, and I guess did the rest of the scripting, which mainly is I'm gonna have Dallas over here. He's gonna cast Personal Luck, which is dumb. He shouldn't be casting Personal Luck. He can cast like Liquid Body. Liquid Body, and just because he's the one holding the banner, I'd rather he not die. And it shouldn't really matter. And then he's just going to Enslave Mind, and literally every other astrologer on this field is going to be just from turn 1, Enslave Mind, all the way down. If you can make a Fire Elemental, make one. I don't really have Fire Gems, which Sucks, but do what I can. I don't have water chips either, but I'm still gonna cast Warriors of Niflheim. Uh, this chick, I gotta send her back actually. This Hyrea needs to head back. Put that in there. She's got no business being here because she doesn't really have much to do. My unit script is roughly the same, where I have hodgepodges of units here and there with a line of archers set to fire flyers and hoping I kill a Malak on turn 1 again. We've got more Draconians that landed, and I'm just putting them on Guard Commander because I need their siege strength. We're bringing in this Mercenary Captain with Maceman just to, again, blunt the attack that's coming in. Turn 1, I believe we're casting Will of the Fates, which might suck because we can get gem baited pretty easily, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. And actually, some of this gear that I found, I can, I'll just put on this one very important unit that really cannot afford to die. My Aircaster, who I don't have enough gems to cast Fog Warriors, so I'm just going to cast Aerofend and hope, pray for the best. I don't even think I should be casting Aerofend, if I'm honest. Maybe Phantasmal Army would serve me better, because this guy's not bringing any archers anymore. So maybe Phantasmal Army will do me better. It's 30 magic weapon using warriors that are ethereal. That'll be fun for an air elemental to chew through. So maybe I'll just do that. I have a medium commitment squad coming in over here. And actually, let me increase that commitment ever so slightly, because I want to kill these dudes. That's the easy part of it. I want them to go somewhere else. Okay, and so this gentleman. So I'm worried that they're going to cast. He's going to get run over by air elemental, so we're going to give him invulnerability. And at that point, the elemental fortitude will protect him from fire magic because he is weak against fire. It won't protect him too much. He's still going to have middling protection, but at least he won't be susceptible to it. That's a stretch. He's going to sit there and he's going to cast Horde of Skeletons until he falls asleep. I'm going to put him somewhere separate. I'm going to give him some bodyguards. Nothing crazy, and he's just going to cast Horde of Skeletons till till everything goes home. I mean, he has 1 death gem. Can I do anything important with 1 death gem? Lamashta's would be hilarious, but there's a chance that it doesn't work in my favor. So, okay. Now it is super high commitment. Not really, he's twice born. It's still fairly high commitment, where I have this gentleman with a Moonblade to hopefully kill air elementals. I'm bringing out 6 casts of Dragon Teeth, so that should be 60 Undead Hoplites. Because I'm assuming he might, this army here in Drake's Rest, the Sahara here, are out of gems. So I'm assuming he's going to want to merge his 2 armies together from Eternal Pastures and from Drake's Rest. And I'm guessing it'll be in Drake's Rest that he'll do that. And if it isn't, then I'll just move on to Eternal Pastures next turn. And that'll be fine. Maybe I'll be without Earth Gems, which that might be bad, because really my income isn't fantastic on my water and fire and earth. My elemental income's, most of my income's pretty bad. If I'm dead honest, I just don't own a lot of territory, and most of what I own are these farms that just have nothing in them. And that's fine. Like, I have the gold from them, and I'm really hoping that once I take Nabaen, I can put this gem income of theirs to use, because I desperately need it. I really desperately need the 5 gems. Like, I need all of these from the capital. This Cloud Pillars would be great. The Lava Lake. Oh my god, the Lava Lake with the fire and the water gem. I just need gems. And I need to do all of this before Crumbum over here and his Ermor decide that he realizes how easily he can throne rush right now. He's got 2 thrones right there. he can easily grab this one that is still indie, while man tries to recover, because, you know, he's going to walk over. Heck, if he goes deep into the water and annexes relay, we're in a lot of trouble. But from his 2 thrones, he can also reach out and grab Nabal's throne now that frankly, I've crushed. I think, I might, maybe my hubris is bad, but frankly, I've crushed Nabal. If we remove all the army graphs. Yeah. They can't have too much more units, especially considering their research really hasn't fallen. So most of that army size, I think, is still just their researchers. I think that's how that works. Okay, so just double checking that I've got everything. Recruiting. This has been the theme. I've been starting to watch Luce's tournament series. And one thing I've noticed that they were really, really big on was investing in infrastructure and not having the army. And I've taken some pretty bad defeats. This is my fight against Crumbum. This is my first defeat at Naba. This was the second one, which was actually a victory, but it was still very, very bloody. This one was to a lesser extent, uh, but either or, I've still taken very, very heavy losses throughout. What is something new? Okay, I actually need those gems because I need to send these gems to Asphodel. He's going to make me clams of pearls, which give me 2 temporary astral pearls, and that will lessen how many pearls I need to have on Agathocles. Will of the Fates is 4 astral pearls per cast, but let's say I get gem baited. Like if I walk into the field, if I walk into Lost Kingdom, I risk getting gem baited twice. One through magic phase and one in the actual battle, which means at all times he needs to have potentially eight astral pearls in case, you know, he needs to cast Will of the Fates twice. By me giving him a clan of pearls, he only needs to carry 4, halves it, because the first 2 pearls will always be the temporary ones. Now, in that same vein, I wish I had the air gems to make a what is this called? Storm in a bottle? Storm in a bottle. To give me 2 temporary air gems to do the same thing with Fog Warriors. And maybe if I'm able to clean up Nabaa before I march on Armor, that will be useful to me. But it's very important that once I'm done with Nabal, I really need to get a large military to deal with the fact I'm going to share a very wide border with Ermor, especially if he ends up conquering Machaka, which I don't think so. I think Polter will be able to defend his capital very well. Maybe I would have to come over here and conquer it, as was the original plan before I attacked Ind and started this whole mess. But yeah, so that's the main script. I'm going to keep sieging the Weedy Stretch. I hope that, where is it? Severely is because he had still a lot of siege defense in it, which has since been wiped out. And this will be the 3rd turn I think it is under siege, so it'll be a total of. It should crack. I really need it to crack this turn. And that's why I'm actually also bringing these idiots, and maybe I should bring more. Maybe I should also bring more Draconians. But I might want the Draconians in case some of this fails. But their whole purpose, whole reason I recruit Draconians is for their siege strength. And for flyers. I'm going to bring in the Draconians. So I'm bringing in Draconians. I'm going to bring in this handful of undead. You can't do much, buddy. You can't do much. Yeah, you can't even Earth Grip flyers. Oh boy. Well, send them in anyways. Is there any specific item I might need in that fight? Not particularly. Okay, off he goes. What else do I want to do? I think I can spare another 2 gems. Yeah. All right, he just can do it like that. Let's get another few gems. Do I have another mine hunter somewhere? Yes, over here, I believe I do. Yes. Okay, just throw a few extra mine hunts into the Horde Highlands. And now I think I should start saving some pearls again because I'm really going to be using a lot of pearls in these fights. 20 or 19 per month is pretty darn solid income. And once my lands are relatively safe from raiding again, I can go back to site searching what's left of water, which doesn't look like there's much in my future. No, I can actually site search this one right now. Sweet, site search the heck out of that. Go back to site searching water and fire and all the shebang and hope that I can get something that looks more like an income. So with that, I'm going to submit the turn. As you see down here, there are 34 minutes left. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.